A video has gone viral showing a civil defense official preventing a judge of Kebbi State High Court, Honorable Justice Elizabeth Karatu, from accessing courtroom for the purpose of sitting to deliver some judgments reserved for that day. We spoke to a legal practitioner who gave his thoughts on this video.
I have a judgment. It's my right.
I understand what you are telling me. You are asked to come and then you should go. Do you think that you don't have right to come here again?
I didn't say it. I didn't say it, but I'm just saying that please.
Okay, let me ask you. Are you saying that now she cannot go and deliver the judgment? Is that what you are trying to say?
When has that become...
and it's not possible since she is still the judge.
Today is my right, my last day here.
Of course she is.
No, I have come to deliver my judgment. No. Go and tell whoever sent you. I have come to deliver.
You know that.
I know now. I know the person.
I am. So please, we should not extend to words.
I know who.
Is there any other person here? Is there any other person that you can lead? I and you. Is there any other person?
I need a courtroom to deliver my judgment.
What I am asking, is there any other person, please, that is among those that may be possibly asking to come on?
Don't ask me that. Why should
if there is anybody, please, we should go together. Let me address the matter to me. She is not here to distract anything. She is not here to cause any havoc. But she is only here to deliver the judgment.
My reaction was, this cannot be happening in my country. This can only happen in a country where there's no rule and where there's no law, and where anybody can do whatever he or she likes. A situation whereby people will be allowed to prevent the judge from performing his or her responsibility should not be encouraged at all. It can only happen in a state of anarchy, and then a state where the illegality is the order of the day. That's the only place where you can see that, and I'm not going to believe that my country is getting to that situation.
Is it a fair generalization to use this video as an indication that there is an assault on the judiciary by the executive, as is being alleged by the NBA via the statement that was issued earlier today, considering the fact also that that video is being investigated?
I've read the release by the NBA, signed by the public secretary of NBA, Kunle Edun, and I think it would be too early to conclude that it's an executive assault on the judiciary. Because as it is, even the statement, it was said that this investigation is still being carried out on the issue. I think it would be unfair, but I think they arrived at that conclusion because the person involved, from the video you can see the civil defense man who's an agent of the government. The police, the security agencies, they are all under executive. So it's an assumption that if there is no executive approval, that may not happen. But I think it would be too early to generalize and say it's an executive ant in that. I don't want to believe that until the conclusion of the investigation. But I think the act is condemnable. And I think also the executive should call those in charge of the security to order, or whoever that is doing that. If he's doing it illegally, it should be brought to book. Even if it's legally, that should not be a legal duty. That would be an illegal duty as far as I'm concerned. So I think the executive or whoever is those in charge of the security, as it is, the president is the commander-in-chief and is in charge of the security, and they should call the security agency involved in to order and ensure that proper action is taken against such a officer. Because I can see from the video, I can see a civil defense man interacting with the police. They all delay to the judge, and they try to not allow the judge to go in and perform a responsibility. I think is uncalled for.
Is it legal for a security man or an official of a security agency to stop a judge of the Federal Republic of Nigeria from carrying out her assigned duty?
It cannot be legal. It cannot be legal. Even Mr. President cannot stop a judge to perform his or responsibility as a judge. It cannot be illegal. If there is no way you prevent a judge from doing his or her responsibility. We have three arms of government in the country. We have separate arms. We have judiciary, we have the executive, and we have the judiciary. Judges are part of the judiciary. And if anyone is, whether security, whether not security, whoever you are, you cannot, for any reason, prevent a judge from performing his or her role as a judge. It would be abnormal and to be irresponsible of anyone to do that.
But finally, before I let you go, a quick thought on the judge's reaction in that video, insisting that it doesn't matter what the effort that's been made to stop her, she was going to rule on the case on that day. Of
course, she has the responsibility to deliver a ruling or judgment, and she cannot be prevented by anybody. The only thing that can prevent a judge from delivering any judgment or ruling is that any motion to that effect, and the motion will have to be taken first. She will have to decide whether or not she wants to take that ruling or not by way of force or coercion. There are procedures. If a judgment is to be delivered or ruling is to be delivered, and you don't want that to be delivered, there are procedures to take. You can file a motion, and the court has the responsibility to also say, even in view of this motion, I'm going to rule on this motion instanter, and I will deliver my ruling. So, but there is nothing that can prevent a judge from doing a deed, except there's an appeal that is pending on that, and at that time the matter is no longer within a power. If an appeal has been taken in that regard, and if an appeal has been taken as well, and the motion is brought before her, and the motion is within the motion that she can take at that time, the appeal has not been entered or whatever, she can still take that. But there is nothing that can prevent the judge from delivering his or her ruling. And I'm talking about illegal act now, by somebody coming to say you will not deliver, you will not do this and that. That cannot be legal, and there's nothing that can justify that such of an action.
While we await the result of the said investigation by the NBA, I want to thank you very much for coming on the news.
Thank you for having me.